What's shaking, Chewer Nation? ChewbaccaLemma here, back with another Madden 18 video today. It's not a half-hour sniping video. I thought about it, but Most Feared just came out, and I don't want to, I guess, use a Most Feared promo, like, sort of filter, because I don't want to, like, kill the filters, but I also want to talk, I want to take this time to talk about filters and what makes a good one. So that's basically what this video is going to be about. If you're watching this in the future, Most Feared might have been out for a while, might have been out for months. But the method still works exactly the same. Now, when you're going in, first, I don't know what you're going to snipe, so that depends on what you're going to snipe. If you're sniping 80 to 81 overall elites, or sniping elites in general, you probably want to know what they go for, right? Really easy way to do it, of course, have Mutthead open, that's always great. But just go to 80, 81, and just sort by buy now. See what they're selling for. If you notice, 4,000 sold, 44 sold, 45 sold, 49 even sold. Did these sell? 55 did sell. So we're seeing kind of like where they're about-ish. About where they're going to sell. Somewhere between, obviously, 4,000, 5,500. So they're somewhere in that range. Pretty easy to figure out. So when you're sniping, 10% tax. If you can sell it for 5,000, which I think you could right now, depending on when you're watching this, it might be different. Or if you're on the PlayStation side of Xbox. They, 5,000, 10% tax, that's 4,500. So you need to buy them for less than 4,500. I would recommend trying to buy them for more like 3,500. Or maybe, you know, something along that, so you can make about 1,000 coins. You do the same thing with 82 to 83s. Really easy to find the prices. Just let it sit and see what they sell for. You're going to see they sell from anywhere between about 8 to 9,000 coins. Some sell for a little bit more depending on the card. Well, okay, 82 to 83. You can do the same thing for 84 to 85. These, once you get to this point though, there's a lot more of variety because these cards, some of these go for a lot more than others, but as you see, the cheapest 84 to 85. Then when you get past that, they're kind of all random, and you really just got to know your prices. But we have a pretty good idea. We know what 80 to 83s at least, even up to close to 85s, go for without really trying too hard. That was all, you know, within a minute. So that's great. Easy to do. So let's say you got a new promo come out. The new promo right now is Most Feared, so we're going to talk about that. So Most Feared is out. I'm not going to talk about the filter, but I'm going to talk about how you find the prices, and then you can find the filter, because you can find a filter rather quickly. So right now there's gold and elite Most Feared. So let's just do, honestly, you could just do this way. You could just leave it here, just under Most Feared, and just see what they're selling for. But I'm going to just switch it to gold and see what they are. So you just sold one for 79. So the question is, what sell for 8? What's going to sell here? You can go through and see if they're selling for this price. One did not sell for 87. Okay, so we definitely can't sell it for that much. It looks like that's probably not going to happen. 87's a no-go. But what about this one over here? 86, unfortunately not. Is any of these going to sell? We got an 85, an 81, an 83, and all of these are selling. So the question is, can you get it for cheaper? So if you sell it for 8, let's just say 8. That's the low point. 8's easy. Look at all these. Like, this is crazy. People buy these. These are not the cheapest ones up, guys. 8,300. What do you need to buy it for? Well, 10%. 800 off, a little more than 800, but 7,500. So 7,500 after tax at 8,300. If it's 8, that's 7,200. So you need to buy it for less than that to make coins. It's pretty straightforward. A basic math there. So you got the price. Now there's a lot of things you can do. You know this. Now you need to restrict your filter. So gold, program, go, you know, by a team. Maybe you want to look like a team. Maybe go by position. Maybe go by chemistry. You need to restrict your filter more than just this, because you're not seeing the newest cards being posted. You're just seeing the cards closest to expiring. This is not a good filter. It's a good filter to figure out pricing. People don't understand how the auction house works. They think that these cards are the cheapest ones up if you're looking for gold Most Feared cards. They're not. Of course not. The way the auction house works is 100 cards closest to expiring. So this filter, it is very basic. There's nothing crazy about it. There's so many cards that fit under this filter. Like, there's so many right now because Most Feared just came out that you're going to see these cards have been up for almost an hour, or, you know, like, they've been up for almost the entire time. These aren't good deals. If they've been up for an hour, they're not a good deal. But people don't realize how the auction house works, so you got to restrict your filter. So I know that for a lot of you guys that makes sense, but there you go. That's a basic. There's so many coins to be made. Guys, I'm telling you, there's probably people that made 1 million coins in one day on this filter. Not this specific filter, but gold Most Feared and messing around with these other ones, all right? I'm just telling you. You can do the same thing with elite, of course, as well. 84 to 85, see what they go for, 30,000, and then try to restrict your filter and see if you can find better deals on those. It's really easy. to figure out how to do it. Straightforward. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. But that's really easy. But that's the filter for most feared. If you have a new promo, it's basically the same thing. Just go under the, honestly, you could, whatever the promo is, you can just go, okay, if you just want the cheapest it goes for. So most feared, 66. We just seen them selling for like 8,000 though. See this big jump? So like, all these are going to sell. Look at this. These are all going to sell. These are going to sell. All going to sell. They'll probably get all the way up here and going to sell. So it's really easy to figure out. But say the promo is not most feared. Say it's Mutt Heroes. You want the cheapest Mutt Heroes. Well, you see 80 overall Mutt Heroes are 14,000. Of course, you can do quality if you want to even stricter down. 80 to 81 is 11,750. But they're probably going to sell for about 14,000 because people just think, oh, those are the cheapest Mutt Heroes, 14,000. I got to buy these. And it's just not obviously it's not the truth. So they just don't understand. So no matter what the promo is, you can go ahead and do it. Team of the week, a lot of people want to just sort like this, but if they're looking for a cheap Team of the Week elites, let's go Team of the Week elite. All right, what's the cheapest one? What's the cheapest one? Oh, Randall, 4,600. He's the cheapest one I'm going to go ahead and buy, and that's the cheapest one up. Of course it's not. Well, it could be, but go to Packers. It's clearly not the cheapest one. Yeah, it's really easy to restrict your filter to get to a point where you can find the cheapest cards for sure. So now that makes sense, hopefully. If it doesn't, definitely ask questions. Now let's talk about making a big time filter. I want to make some coins. Now a filter that I've used a lot of is 88 to 89. Okay, so if you sort by newest, what you notice is that 57 minutes is 57 minutes. What am I talking about? 59 minutes is what you're looking for. You're looking for to see the newest cards. I'm on the newest right now, and the newest card is up for 33 minutes. You can't put a card up for 33 minutes. You can put up for an hour, 8 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours. That is not a new card. That's definitely not a new card, but it's the newest card based on this filter because 100 cards closest to expiring. So all these cards, they're in order from like farthest to expiring to closest. 100 cards close to expiring that are 88 to 89. That's what this filter is. So it's really, hopefully that makes sense. So we need to restrict that filter. Now, how do you do it? Now, that's the question that you can answer by simply messing around with these over here. So maybe you want to mess with cat value. Let's go 31 to 40. Let's see if that fixes it. 51 minutes. Guess what? We're still not at 59. So we got to get to 59 minutes. How do we get to 59? So maybe you could mess with chemistry, though you might be restricting it too much then. Let's try a letter. Throw in the letter A. Let's try the letter A. 55 minutes. Ooh, we're getting close, but not quite. So let's try the letter E. A is like the most common letter used, I think, because it doesn't restrict it much, just a tiny bit. So now we're seeing only cards that have the letter E in them that are quality 88 to 89, cat value 31 to 40, and we're sorting by newest. If you just hit X, it will flip it to like oldest, ones that have been up the longest, and you see, honestly, that there's none up for like an hour. These are actually, this is like borderline, it's borderline not a good filter. It's like right on the edge. If I do refresh this here, this card has been up for 40 seconds. It's like so close to being perfect that it's just a little off. You're going to see cards that have been like just barely have been up for like 30 seconds. So we might want to restrict it even a little bit more. So maybe instead of E, we use another common letter like O. So instead we go O. The vowels are really good. And now what you notice is you're seeing this Janoris Jenkins. You're going to see cards that are actually posted for a full. You see this 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. You're seeing cards that have been posted right when somebody puts it up for an hour. You're going to see it. So this one just got posted. Well, a few seconds because I didn't refresh it right away. A Chris Jones. You refresh it again. Double click on any of these that say all. Oh, a Rod Wilson just got posted. It just got posted. You refresh again, and you go bam, and you keep refreshing, and eventually, ideally, you hit something good. Of course, you don't have to keep refreshing. You can try a lot of different things. Ooh, a DeAndre Hopkins. The Cam Chancellor just popped up as well. So you see these cards over and over again. You can refresh and hopefully hit something good. Of course, you don't have to use the letter O. You can use all kinds of other letters. So there's that. So you don't have to use the cat value, but mess around with it. You don't want to restrict it too much. This is what happens. Okay, let's go 31 to 40, and let's do let's even just do a team. Okay, so the Texans. I think they have ones, right? So let's just go Texans. Do you see what happens here? Yes, you restricted the filter. You're going to see this Jonathan Joseph that's posted, just got posted, 24 hours, which many of the filters you use won't even show this Jonathan Joseph pop up because he's not very close to expiring, obviously. You need a very, very strict filter. Like, I got 8889 Texans 31-40. That's very strict. There's not many cards that fit under that filter. You honestly could probably get rid of 31-40 and still don't really add anything. So, did we add anything at all, actually? We didn't add anything. We just added a new Jonathan Joseph. But you see on the right side how wide or how big that bar is? That means there's not many cards. There's only 13 cards that even exist on the auction house under this filter. So what we need to do is we're too strict right now. We want to at least have, close to 100 cards on the auction house. If it can hold 100, I want 100 because I want to take advantage of every refresh. So maybe instead of that, let's do 88 to 89, but let's do a chemistry. This is something I really like. Do you see how it's fuller, but it's still not really that full under Pound the Rock? But let's go down to toughness. Toughness is always one of my favorites. Do you see how full it is? It's like completely full. 59 minutes, which is what you want. You're seeing the newest cards, and you're seeing a lot of them. There's a lot of cards being posted on this filter. You can keep refreshing, refresh, and new cards will be popped up. And then, okay, you're like, I really like this toughness. This is a filter I really like. You can see, well, it works for 8889, but does it work to 9091? Ooh, 59 minutes. Well, let's see if it works for anything else. 92, 93, there's like none under that, so let's see. Yeah, not a whole lot of cards that fit under 92, 93. What about the lower overalls? What about 80 to 81? 45 minutes, dang it. So it doesn't work for that one. You want to see the 59-minuters, so that's not good. What about 82 to 83? Nope, unfortunately. What about 84 to 85? Not even close. Those most feared cards, there's a lot of them, so not quite. You want to see that 59-minute, 86 to 8. That's depressing. Of course, I'm being a little dramatic here, but you wanted to see 59. So we know that 88 to 89 work and 90-91. So what you could do is you could simply just go back and forth. If you like this for big hit potential, okay, I'll just keep going back and forth over and over and over again until I hit something big. Of course, that is an option. Of course. You could, of course, how many times do I say of course? I don't know. You can switch this between chemistries. It doesn't have to be toughness of... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. All right, 90-91, do the same thing. Find a filter. So you see 51 minutes. This is not a good enough filter. Later on in the year, this will even be worse because there's gonna be too many cards, like way too many cards. So how do you think? You're at 51 minutes. What would you do? So just think about it right now. Before I give you a filter, think about what would you do to make this say 59 minutes. There's a lot of right answers. This is what's so great about the auction house. There's not one filter. You could simply do something like this. All offense. Go with that. Obviously, that's going to work because we're looking out. And just keep refreshing. Double click on any of these that say all, and you're going to see new cards keep being posted every time. See 59 minutes, 59 minutes, 59 minutes. New cards being posted quite a lot. And you're like, okay, all right, you could switch it to all defense, and you could go back and forth if you want. Those are both going to work quite well. So there you go. You got, okay. So you got it. But that wasn't the only answer. You could definitely do that, 51 minutes. But what about something in the search bar? Is that 51 minutes? If you remember what I said, A only, usually that's around 55 minutes, 56. A doesn't restrict it too much. My guess is A doesn't work. Let's see. 56 minutes. Dang it. A does not work. So let's try another common letter. E. E. Ooh, that actually, usually A is better. E to 55 minutes. You could try the vowel. The vowels I usually like. You could also try like S. I really like that. N is a really good one that I really like. M is one that I like. N. 58 minutes. Now, just because it says 58 doesn't mean it doesn't work. Do we see anything at 1 hour? Ooh, it is too many cards. Too many. We want to see 59. What about M? Sometimes like there's actually not a card posted in the last hour. You see M, 59 minutes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Refresh. 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 And you don't have to use M, of course. You could use, whoops, you could use O. You're at 51 minutes, so you don't really need to restrict it that much. You don't put in do anything crazy like the letter Z. There's not a whole lot of people that have a letter Z in their name that are 9091. So that's just a little bit of advice. Use a letter. If it's 45 minutes, you're probably not going to be able to use a vowel. Maybe you, but you might have to use like S because S is stricts it down, but not too strict. That's just, it depends on how much time's left. You want to see 59 minutes. That's the key. And then, of course, you don't just have. You could do A, and then you could do A, and then you could do all offense, which wouldn't really probably be good here. Or you can mess with the cat value. It's not the only. You could do a letter and something else. You could do 90-91. and switch to chemistries. You could just do legends if you want. I don't know how many there's going to be. It's actually full. You see ones that are even up for 8 hours. That's not terrible. You want to snipe legends? Maybe on the weekend, you're like feeling it, you could just keep refreshing that. Maybe you just want to snipe the elite, core elite cards. Let's see how many there are there. Not that many. So that may not be the move. There's just not enough there. Maybe you want to snipe the most feared ones. 23 hours. There's not a whole lot there, but you can just keep refreshing this. 9091, refresh, refresh, refresh. Really easy. You can do Team of the Week, 9091s. There's not a whole lot, but you're looking for Team of the Weeks. You want to see where you're seeing the 59 minutes. You could do simply cap value as well. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Did I already look? I don't think I did look at this. 31 to 40, is that going to be restrict enough? Probably. You see 59 minutes. That looks like a really cool, that actually looks like a pretty good filter right there. You just keep refreshing. Cool. You could do the same thing with 41 to 50, which is quite helpful as well. Very good filter. You see how good 41 to 50 and 31 to 40 are. They're both very good. And finally, of course, you could do these chemistries, which Pound the Rock all the way down to Toughness are the ones you want to look at least right now, if they add more chemistries. Toughness, I usually go to by default, but you don't have to do that one. You could do, Read and React and see if there's a lot. See, there's just not as many under Read and React. But so no matter what the program is, the basic idea is when you come into it. So right now, the program is Most Feared. There's Gold, Most Feared. So you go Gold, Most Feared. All right. Well, imagine that said like, something with the Christmas promo or Thanksgiving. You do the same thing. You do Most Feared, and then you sort it by buy now, and you kind of just let it sit. You let it sit. Right now, we're going to look at Gold, Most Feared. So you're going to try to find out how much you want to buy them for or sell them for. You just kind of let it sit. 6,500, of course, that sold. 7,000, of course, that sold. 8,000 did sell. 8,000 did not sell. 84 did not sell. 87 did sell, which is interesting. 88 did not sell. 88, 99 did not sell. So the question is, that one bidded to 49. So you could bid, of course, if that's your style. 84 did not sell. So just kind of let it sit and kind of get an idea. So what we find here is that 8,000 is like really on the edge. 79 did not sell. So you're probably looking anywhere between like 75 and did these all sell? Yeah, somewhere between, I would say, 75 to 8. The 79 didn't sell. Some of the 79s won't sell. Some of the 8 sell. It's kind of a crapshoot. If you want to be guaranteed to sell, of course, you can post them for all. Like you see, they're all selling for 7. That's pretty much that's a guarantee. But this is how it works. Imagine that said Thanksgiving, or imagine that said whatever the new promo is. Just you do the same thing. You look at what the cheapest ones are, see what they're selling for. It's really good when there's so many. They go into sets, like cards that go into sets. Like this is not for like the top end elites. This is for cheap elites or cheap golds to see how much they're going for and try to flip them for more coins. 7,000. 79 did not sell. 79 did not sell. So a lot of the 8s did not sell. That bid for 3,700. Dang, that was a good buy, a good bid there. And you would do the same thing for the elites as well. And you just kind of let it sit and see what they're selling for. And this one will not. There won't be as many selling because there's not as many up. The goal is there's a ton of them. Like everybody has those. So I hope this video was helpful for those who are struggling to snipe, have a lot of questions. I hope this answered. It's kind of like a step 2 to the sniping tutorial. Hopefully more informative. Of course, make sure to have Muthead always open off to the side somewhere where you can easily access it for those big hits. If you guys you've seen it come up, a card came up saying it sold. It was Joey Bosa. I bought him for 102,000, I think. I'll show you. He expired. Yeah, 102,000. I just sold him for 150 using the 88 to 89 filter. That one of them. What was it? 88 to 89. I think it was just doing the letter M. 88 to 89, letter M, and just refreshing, and he popped up. I was just testing some filters out. So really, as long as you're seeing 59 minutes, you have a good filter. And then it comes down to knowing your prices. If you know your prices, you're going to be great. You will make a lot of coins. You see what Most Fear goes for. You see them selling for 8,000. Guess what? Go buy them for 6,000. Go buy them for 5,000. You probably get them even cheaper. You saw them bidding for like 3,700. So thank you guys so much. I know that's a long video to explain sniping. Hopefully you still enjoyed it. Hopefully you were able to learn something if you were struggling. I know there was a lot of questions kind of like this coming around. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are absolutely awesome. Yeah, have a good one, and hopefully you're making a lot of coins. Maybe before this video or after this video or during this video. But thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. ChewbaccaLemma out.